Hi, my name is John McLothian. In this series of leadership expectations for a project manager, we'll discuss the attributes that a project manager should follow when delivering the project. These expectations include planning, research, security and safety, as well as control and common sense. Planning. A project manager is doing the project a disservice if they do not stop and plan out the project. To the best of their team's ability, they should account for as much of the known issues as they can on the front end. It is human nature to want to immediately start the work, but oftentimes issues and problems could have been avoided by developing a plan on the front end. This does not mean that one should spend an inordinate amount of time planning, but it does mean that one should spend an appropriate amount of time planning based on the size, scope, and complexity of the project. Research. While all projects by definition are unique, there is no excuse in today's interconnected world that one cannot find a similar project to learn from. At the very least, one should be able to use their favorite search engine and find a similar project. Or, one can simply call upon their network and ask, how did you approach this project? You simply want to avoid making the same mistake that another team made. And you know what? In many cases, you will actually find action steps that were successful so that you can replicate them on your project. Security and safety. By now, we all should understand the importance of safeguarding our data, so that should be a non-issue. However, you do need to think about the physical safety of your team members. Oftentimes, they may be working late or in remote areas. The last thing that you want to happen is that one of your team members is involved in a safety incident. Control. Control does not mean micromanage. It means knowing all of your options and what action steps you can take to control the different aspects of the project. For example, you may need to reduce spending, shorten timelines, change the quality parameters. In order to do this, you have to know the project well enough so that you can effectively make changes if necessary. Common sense. Common sense is more art than science. As PMs, we want everything to tie, but sometimes there are issues where common sense must prevail. My suggestion is to maintain situational awareness of all the various issues as the project develops and allow that to take precedence. All of these attributes, all of these action steps go into forming the project, and they should be held in consideration by the project manager. Thank you for your time and attention as we work through this series of leadership expectations for a project manager.